Today I'm reviewing Lo Sons Melrose Rucksack, and this is what it looks like. I actually just used this. I was in Japan last week for 10 days, and I loved this bag for when I was traveling. It was just the bag that I needed. I already had a Lo Sons backpack, but then when I saw this new edition, I was like, that's the bag that I need. I can't believe they've created so many more new features I didn't know that I needed. And let me tell you, after using this bag on my recent trip to Japan, I'm obsessed with it. It has a ton of amazing features. I mean, it's really great for not just travel, but for everyday use as well. It's a really elegant bag for both travel and also for everyday use. The hardware is beautiful. The bag itself is a fantastic size. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get into the details. One of the features I have to have in a backpack when I'm traveling is the luggage sleeve, which is this right here, this pocket, or this sleeve right here that goes on top of your suitcase. And I always have a carry-on suitcase when I fly internationally, just because I like to have like 1 day's worth of clothes in my carry-on, just in case my luggage gets lost. So I like to sit this on top of my suitcase. I don't really like to carry it around my shoulders because, the weight just kind of takes a toll on me, especially when you're traveling. You've been up for hours, you're tired, you just don't want anything, you don't have to carry anything. So this is a huge plus for me, and it's kind of a necessity. I have to have a luggage sleeve whenever I'm traveling. And the great thing about this is if you're not traveling and you want to use this backpack for everyday use, it turns into a pocket. So there's 2 zippers, there's one on the bottom, one on the top. So if I'm not going to be traveling, I want to use this as an everyday bag, all I need to do is zip the bottom, and now it's a pocket. That's a decent sized pocket as well. So when I'm not traveling, or if I'm using this bag and I'm carrying it around on my shoulders, I really love that the straps have a lot of padding in it. And also like this diamond like quilted pattern that it has. I don't know if it's for like so it doesn't slip, or if that's just part of the design, aesthetically pleasing design that they put on there. I really like it. It's nicely padded, and it's also thick enough to where it kind of distributes the weight on your shoulders, which is also a huge plus for me. The straps are adjustable, and there's also this, I don't even know what you call this, but there is something here that holds the strap in place so that the strap is not loose. It kind of holds it down. So I like that has that nice feature. So that's the back of it. And on the side is it's really concealed. And I love that they use a zipper that's hidden. So there's like a waterproof fabric that is covering the zipper. And this is where you put your laptop. So here is the laptop sleeve. And I like that the laptop sleeve is not inside the bag. For whatever reason, if I didn't want my laptop in contact with any of the contents in my bag, it's fine because it is separate from the other compartments. So it's got its own little compartment here in the back. So this laptop sleeves fits up to a 13-inch MacBook Pro laptop. So if you're wondering what size, that's the max size it will fit. I haven't tried a larger one because all I had was a 13-inch when I was traveling. Obviously, you can fit smaller items like an iPad. It's nicely padded. You don't have to carry an extra laptop sleeve. Sometimes like the laptop cases take up extra room in your bag, so you don't need to have that because this is already padded for you. And then while I'm on the side, as you can see, there's an exterior pocket on this side. There's actually 2 exterior pockets. They're both identical. And on the exterior pockets, if you're not using it, there is a zipper here where you can kind of like conceal it. So it's really not really noticeable if you're not using it, which I like because, if you use it, obviously it's going to add more bulk to the bag. But I like that it expands. So if you unzip it here, there is an expander here. It does stretch quite a bit when I was traveling, and also when I was in Japan. I used it for a water bottle. And also on the other side, I used it to carry my umbrella. And because it was raining sometimes, so it was great that I can use the exterior pocket to hold my drink. And on the other side, I put my portable umbrella. So on the top of the bag is a handle. I really appreciate when there is a handle on the backpack. For one, if I needed to carry it like this and not on my shoulders, I can do that instead of, holding it like this, which is kind of a pain in the butt. Also, if I want to hang this bag, it is so much better to hang a bag that has a handle like this instead of having to like somehow hang it up like this, which never really works out that well. There's so many features. I feel like I'm gonna forget some of the things, but I think there's one more exterior feature, which is the outside pocket. One thing about Lo Sons is that their zippers, their hardware are extremely durable. It's nice and elegant. It never gets caught. I never have had a zipper get stuck or caught. It always just opens so seamlessly. This is why I love Lo Sons. Inside here is a pocket with another zipper inside here for another compartment. And this is, you can store whatever in here, miscellaneous items. And the pocket is pretty big, so it can fit quite a bit of stuff in here. And there's also 3 mesh pockets. One, I believe, is probably for a pen, something very thin and long. And then there's 2 other mesh pockets of medium size. And also what's great about this is there is a D-ring here for where you can put like a keychain or something, so you can easily access something that, like for keys, for example, or something that you don't want to dig around and look for. You can just attach it here and you can find it very easily because it's not going to get lost in the bottom here with your other items. So that's a really nice feature. So what's really cool about this backpack is this top feature right here. It looks like a flap, but it is actually removable. So you remove this right here. Ta-da! And I can use this as a purse. So it comes with a strap. And oops, that's my phone. It's behind me. This is the strap. The reason why I have my phone with me is because whenever I'm not using the strap on this part of the bag, I actually use it on my phone to carry my phone. I love the strap. The design is simple, yet chic. I love the material. It's nice and thick. The hardware is gorgeous. It's just a very nice strap. I also like that it's adjustable. So what you do is you can just easily clip it on here. That's it. And then I can wear it as a crossbody, or if I shorten the strap, it can be a little bit more closer to my chest. This time when I flew to Japan, I booked an exit seat. And an exit seat, if you're familiar with flying or sitting in the exit row, there is no space to put your bag under a seat because there's no seat in front of you. So all my luggage and items, belongings have to be in the overhead bin. With my personality, I just get nervous if my personal items, like say for example, my wallet, my phone, my passport, like my meds, like Dramamine, because like I hate flying, so I have to have something that will, get rid of the motion sickness. I have to have that with me, and you can't have like a purse on you. If they see it, they'll tell you to like, hey, you need to put that, it's a bag. You need to put that in the overhead bin. So what I do is, so when I get on my flight, it's like this, right? And then when I get to my seat, I remove the bag and I put it on. And then I have a jacket, because I always have a jacket on flights because I'm always super cold. I have my jacket and I zip it up and it's like I'm not wearing anything. The bag is strapped to me. This bag is in the overhead bin. And then I feel so much more at ease because I have my belongings with me. And that's how I fly. Just have to have those little things with me, and I was able to do that with this bag. So when I did fly to Japan, that's what I do. And I love that, it was so seamless. The zippers are great, so it just came right off. It was easy to just, put the strap on, and yeah, and that's how I flew to Japan with this bag. I love this feature. And then when I touched down in Japan, when I got off my flight, basically took off the purse and then zipped it right back on. If you just wanted purse while you're sightseeing or whatever, and you didn't want to use the entire backpack, this is also a great feature for someone that just wants a purse. So there's actually another pocket here to put more items. I didn't put anything in this pocket. I mean, you could put your passport. I would say that's better to put something more flat in here, because the more bulkier items you add, it's gonna get super bulky. So I didn't really use this, but it's there if you need to store more items. There's another zipper there to put more of your belongings. Okay, so let's get into the inside. So this backpack also has something new that I've never seen in backpacks. all my backpacks, once I open the, the zipper to the inside, it's just one big open space, obviously with, with some compartments. But this, what they did with the Melrose bag is they separated the interior into 2 different compartments. So when I open this top compartment here, my belongings that are in here only fill up to halfway, because the bottom half is a separate compartment. And at first I was a little bit confused how this worked. So it's not this gold zipper right here. There's another hidden zipper right here on the side. And this opens the bottom portion of the backpack. So there are 2 separate compartments for the backpack. So whenever I put something inside here, it only fills up to here. And then when I put something down here, it never touches the contents that are up here. This is such a cool feature. So what I did with this new feature is, with the bottom compartment, I put my camera and then my extra lens in the bottom compartment. And this is so useful. So sometimes when I was walking through the airport or walking somewhere in Japan and I had this backpack with me, instead of, opening the bag and trying to find my laptop and trying to find my camera, which usually falls to the bottom because it's so heavy, I didn't have that issue anymore because all I had to do was open this compartment and it was right there and I can easily take it out. So this is such a amazing feature and I really like it. And in the top part, I would put my miscellaneous items. I always maybe my little makeup bag, just, random stuff that I carry. I carry a lot of little things with me. I'm just one of those types of people that can't leave the house with just a phone and wallet. I have to have these little things with me. I'm always what if something happens or my car breaks down or I don't know. I'm always worst case scenario. So I like to have things inside. I just always have some certain belongings with me where I feel okay, something happens, I'm prepared. Another sleeve inside, so you can put, other things. I would say if you wanted to maybe put your passport in here or paperwork that you can kind of fold up and you want to keep flat, that's a good place to put it. There are also 2 mesh compartments on the inside. So actually, no, sorry, 4. There's 2 on the side and there's 2 on the other side, and I like this and I use this for various things. It's nice that I can keep things nicely organized. If you decide that, hey, on this day I don't need 2 compartments, I actually need the entire space of the backpack, that is not an issue because you can actually take it apart and then be able to use the entire backpack as one full space, if that makes sense. So this right here, if I remove this divider, so here's the top part of the divider, and you can see the mesh pockets. If I remove this, then it is one large backpack. I don't know if there'll ever come a time where I'm gonna need that entire space because, if you need to put your laptop in, you do it on the side. So you're not gonna need that interior full space for that. So I think for me, I don't know if I'll ever end up having to take this out. I think I'm done with all of the features of the bag. I swear I'm probably forgetting something. Hopefully not, because there's just so many ways to use this bag, and I used it, and I think I used almost every single pocket, every single mesh pocket. I used the purse. I took it off. I used the laptop sleeve. I used the luggage sleeve. I think the only pocket I didn't use was this pocket up here. But everything else I used. Also, I forgot there is a zipper pocket in here as well. It just has so many great features. I can't say enough great things about it. They do come in 3 different colors: black, navy blue, and a dark green. The black also comes in different hardware colors, so you have different options for that. And the size is perfect. It was perfect for my needs. It wasn't too big, it wasn't too small, and it fit all of my travel belongings that I needed, and it worked out great. I never felt like I was gonna run out of space or that I needed more space. It was just enough space for my travels. All right, so that is my review of the Lo Sons Melrose Rucksack. I think earlier I said rucksack. I just said the Melrose bag. If you like this review, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.